Hey, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to be redesigning one of the design submissions from the design challenge that I hosted with Kittl, where you guys got the opportunity to create a paranormal themed design, submit it to the challenge, and then win prizes. So I actually joined Kittl recently, and they just released the video earlier today where we reviewed a bunch of the submissions, talked about what was working really well, things we liked in those designs, and I was feeling inspired to redesign one of the designs particularly that I thought had big potential, but I maybe would have like shifted some elements around and even like removed some of the elements. So I'm going to do that today in this video. I'm just going to be kind of thinking out loud as I go and walking you through my thought process, but I wanted to shout out everybody that participated. I will also link to the video that I dropped, they dropped on the Kittl channel where we went through all of your awesome submissions. So let's get started. Real quick reminder that you can find all of the submissions from the Paranormal Design Challenge on Kittl. I'll drop a link in the description and then click challenges and find the one that they hosted with me. Congratulations to the first place winner. Really solid design here. It says warning, zombies ahead. Second place says I want to leave, and it's begging the alien to suck them up into the flying saucer. And then third right here behind us, in many ways wicked. So we had a nice, across the spectrum, a lot of paranormal different, sub niches and whatnot. So thanks to everybody that participated. And on the Kittl YouTube channel, you can find their most recent video here where I was joined by Drew and we went through all the submissions basically and talked about what we liked. We even crowned an honorable mention. So definitely check that out. Now, this was the design specifically that I picked out, the submission that I thought had potential, and it got some votes. So I know other people liked it too, but I think we can even just improve upon it a little bit. And it inspired me to want to make this video. So I'm going to start from scratch, but I'm going to use this as my inspiration for the design. And I'm just going to kind of show you how I would go about doing it. That being said, this is what I love about Kittl. I don't consider myself a great designer. So I love when I can use an app, especially a web-based app. So you guys don't have to go installing any applications on your computer. You just go to the website, kittl.com, good to go. All right. That's always something that as a former web developer, I also appreciate. But I'm going to go to Kittl. I'm going to click new project. All right. And maybe I'll zoom in. Oh, that might have messed up the page. All right. Let me refresh this then, because I think zooming was probably not a good idea prior to. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to click the gear icon and I'm going to set the custom size here to 4500 by 5400 and hit confirm. Perfect. Next, I'm going to click in and I'm just going to change the background color to black. All right. And when I save this, when I export it from Kittl, I'm just going to turn off the background, but I generally like to optimize my designs for the darker colored shirts. So dark background makes sense. All right. So first thing I like to add the text, and I don't want to say I don't like something about this design, but I think it would increase sales if we had, thrown this up on, Amazon merch to typically like do symmetry, like do symmetrical designs. It's not that everything must be symmetrical. That's not the case. But I think as a general like jumping off point, until you've really found your comfort zone, whether it's t-shirt design, whether it's website design, I was a web developer for almost 10 years professionally. You can. It's typically easier to just be symmetrical. Okay, so that's really what I was trying to say there. So I'm going to go over here to the left sidebar and I'm going to click text, and I'm going to use this pre-built kind of font pairing here that says Blacksmith Brewery under vintage. Okay, and I'm going to change the whole group font color to white so that we can actually see it against the black background. Perfect. And then I'm going to kind of move it up. I'm going to delete the top text actually because I don't need it. All right, we just need it to say. We'll center it too. There's a center button here on Kittl. It's really nice. Makes it very easy. So it's going to say everyone is an. So I'm going to say everyone is an on the top, and then the bottom text is going to say alien somewhere. Okay, so where it says blacksmith, I will make it say everyone. Okay. And then where it says brewery, I will make it say is an. And then where it says Ottawa, whoops, why did it get off center? Is an. Okay. And then for Ottawa, we'll just delete. Okay, so everyone is an centered. Perfect. Now, I may actually resize this later because I think it's a little bit too big. But now I want to put, and I'm basing this design approach off of what we have in front of us right here. So minor tweaks, right? Like minor tweaks to the existing design. So I'm going to go ahead to elements, and then I'm going to search. I'm going to type in alien. Okay, now we have some options here. And this is where it's like very subjective. I kind of like the minimalist stuff myself. So I just clicked like that very plain alien head, and then I'm going to change the object color to white and make it a little bit bigger. I'm actually going to make the top group of text a little bit smaller for now. Move the alien head up here, and we can always revisit this stuff later and make it bigger. Okay. So now it says everyone is and we've got an alien head, right? The alien head is something that we're all pretty familiar with seeing, that we associate with the paranormal, you know, alien niche, if you will. There's also some pretty extreme aliens here too that we could work with if we wanted to, but I'm going to keep it a little bit simpler here. I think this may have more broad appeal to just keep it like the generic simple alien head. Now I'm going to go back to text. I'm just going to hit add heading. All right. And make this white and make it much bigger. So drag that, you know, diagonal box there. Okay, and then this is where it's going to say alien. So I want this to be really big because this is like our primary word associated with the design. When a potential customer sees this design, I want them to see like, we're almost like guiding, we're orienting their eyes. I want them to see the alien face and the word alien. I want that to pop before they read the rest of the design. Because oftentimes it's like we only have a split second to convince them to, you know, like our design and purchase it. All right, so I'm actually going to use a different font. We're going to use Milk Store 03 here for the word alien. If I ever use more than one font family in a design, it's typically only going to be on like one word. You know what I mean? Like in this case, alien is the big word we want to draw attention to, so I'm okay with doing that. And then, you know, we're using Milk Store 02 at the top, so I'm just going to add one more text layer here into the design, and we're going to have it say somewhere. We're going to change the text color to white. We're going to make it big, okay, wide as it needs to be. Oops. And we'll change the font family to Milk Store 02, just like that. There we go. Maybe make the font a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay. So everyone is an alien somewhere. We've got that. Now this design's not that great, but I think it's simple, and at least it's not like asymmetric where it's going to be tough to sell somebody on buying an asymmetric design. Now I know we didn't necessarily specify in the design challenge as well that it had to be optimized for a t-shirt sale. So I didn't hold that against anybody, but I think it's just generally speaking a best practice to do something like this. Now we can obviously make this better, but I wanted to kind of show you really quickly how I would lay this out initially. This is just a quick, you know, rendition of this design, but I also have, you know, I've made public that I keep lists of color schemes that I like just written down. So I picked this one out ahead of time, and before I like apply the whole color scheme, I wanted to just show you how I might do something with drawing attention to the parts of this design that I think are most important, so that people that are scrolling through a list of search results on Amazon, Etsy, wherever, you guys know I love the main, you know, e-commerce marketplaces, that they stop and they don't have to stop even. They can just scroll, but they'll know this is an alien design because we're going to make this pop. So I'm going to change the color of the alien head object, and maybe we do something like a yellow or even a green, right? A green I think would be very fitting for an alien style design. So how about that? And then we can even just grab that hex code now, click down into the alien layer, and we can apply it there. So we could do something like that where just that part is a different color, and then the rest is, you know, white text on a black t-shirt most likely, and that would work just fine. But we can also, I think it upgrades the whole design to kind of, you know, and I mean, it's subjective, but to apply the color scheme to the whole design. So why don't we experiment with that? So I know this is like a little bit of a cream color instead of that white, and I can just go kind of in order, applying the various colors here from my list. Everyone is an alien. So we have the alien head and the word alien already. So that's the green that came with the, why don't we just match the green to the one that came with the color scheme here, just for simplicity. Okay. Everyone is an alien, or maybe we'll keep the head green and let's try changing the text of the word alien here. I mean, it's really however we think it looks best, guys. So we can do whatever we want. Okay. So everyone is an alien somewhere. Sometimes people are fans of the, you know, rainbow colors. I don't know in this case if I am. I may actually, if this was something I was actually going to sell, like strip the colors, maybe make everything that cream color, and then keep the alien head green. So let's just, you know, I'll put my money where my mouth is and show you what I'm thinking here. So I'd probably lay it out like this, honestly, where I'm going to roll back the, so I'm changing the white to the cream, and then we are going to use that green color on the alien head and the word alien. And I think this is actually a pretty good design. Now, there's some other things we can do, like Juna at Detour Shirts, a professional graphic designer, by the way, who uses Kittl and creates some really nice designs. By the way, you can follow him on Kittl too and keep up with his work. He created an amazing Dia de los Muertos design just recently. He did a video walkthrough and he went ahead and he used a lot of these. If you click elements and then you click ornaments, you can actually use like these, I guess they're just called ornaments, but you can use a lot of these, right? And he went through how he like adds them to designs and really enhances the quality of the designs that he's making. So it's something that he's definitely a better tutorial person to be looking to for that. So I can link to his video in the description, because he made this like sugar skull design, added a bunch of ornaments and made it look twice as good. And it was really impressive. So I'll link to that for sure, so you can go check out how he did it. And another thing that you may want to do before you export, it's something that makes your design, I think it takes it to like another level. I'm a big fan of doing it, generally speaking, and it's something I've talked about, you know, years ago when I first started on my YouTube channel, is you can go to textures here on the left hand side at the bottom, and then you can apply a grunge texture to your design. All you have to do is just click and it applies to the whole design. So hopefully you guys can see it here. And when you export, you know, just go ahead and click clip content. Okay, so click clip content there. And then when you export it, it will apply to all of the elements in the foreground. Of course, when you export, you're probably going to want to turn off the background so you have the transparent PNG. Then go ahead and upload it to your products, and it's going to be a beautiful design. So check this out. I uploaded it to Amazon merch. It definitely looks better on the darker colored t-shirts, I would say. I'm pretty zoomed in as well. But yeah, I think it's looking good on the dark colored shirts. I think this could do well as like a hoodie as well. You know, this would be a fun one to wear myself. I love the paranormal niche. Obviously, that's why I selected the paranormal niche for our design contest. It could work as a phone case as well. So check out pop sockets. Just don't forget to change the background color. Here, I'll zoom out a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but when you save your published templates, your published settings on Amazon merch, it like makes you manually redo all of the background colors for like the pop sockets and the phone cases. So just something worth noting, but it defaults to black as well. So you just click in, tab out, and you're good to go there. So, you know, sell it on all the products on Amazon merch. We're heading into Q4. Now is the time. This is a fun niche. At least I think it's a fun niche. And I hope you guys thought that this was a valuable design tutorial. I really appreciate, again, everybody that participated in the design contest. Also, I mean, I really like this design. I like your font selection too. Like that's something that I think definitely matched the alien niche a little bit more, as opposed to my selection, which was more or less just like a nice looking rustic vintage Kittl font. But I love the font selections that Kittl has with like I said, just very vintage, nice looking, and it's a little bit different. You know, it's not something you're used to seeing everywhere. So I like when you can kind of go against the grain like that. Anyways, guys, check out Kittl, links in the description. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon with a new video.